So, two decisions just made. Two decisions just made. Fridays are going to be shot with my DSLR, which I need a little bit more lighting for if I want to keep that ISO down. And two, I just mixed up. Uh, it's leg day in the gym, so I'm going this morning. I just mixed up some strawberry protein with orange juice because I like strawberry orange juice. Actually, strawberry banana orange juice. Now I think about it. But if this is good, I haven't tasted it yet. If this is good, I'm gonna do it every Friday morning, and I'm gonna taste it on camera so you guys can see my reaction. Strawberry protein and orange juice, man. That doesn't sound. Might have to be a thing. It's a thing. It's like Orange Julius strawberries. It's delicious. Okay. That's a goal, by the way. So, what's up, guys? It's Friday morning. It's about 5:45 now. Yeah, about 5:45. But just getting ready to head down to the gym, and it's session 38 of the Thoughts Out Loud experiment. Today, well, let's start with yesterday. So, quick recap on yesterday. I was focused like a madman yesterday, like a man possessed, to get my podcast episode up and running. It happened. Didn't happen exactly on time, but it did go through. I did get it up there and get it posted on Thursday. Now, I realized yesterday that what a mistake it was to find myself, to have myself in that position. I didn't realize it yesterday, but I realized how much I hate it. I hate with a passion. Like, I hate being late with my content. Like, I hate, not so much like Thoughts Out Loud, but like I hate missing it now. It wasn't a big deal before, and I mentioned yesterday why that's changed, or why that's changed in my head. Um, but what I want to do now is make sure I get ahead. That was my big takeaway from the last couple of weeks. Like, just 2 nights out that are unpredicted could really throw you off. Combined, actually, it's not just those 2 nights out. It was combinations of a few things. If you've seen the last few Thoughts Out Loud sessions, then you know. But real focus. Like, I really gotta jump ahead with the content. I mean, at least have a 2 week buffer, so I don't find myself scrambling and trying to upload something right now. Like, I never want to upload my podcast to Libsyn and click publish. I want to click schedule, so it's going for, even if it's just a couple of days in advance, going for that advanced, just the post is ready to go at 10 o'clock on Thursday morning. Excuse me. I'm real groggy in the morning lately. So that's one thing I really took away from that. That's going to be a major focus of mine. May not get around to it this weekend. Oh, you can see the mic. I may not get around to jumping ahead like I want to this weekend. I've got a friend coming over. We're going to talk collaborating on some things in preparation for the Olympics that are coming to Korea next year. And we have decided to move the office. And when I say we, I think I might have been a little suckered into moving the office. But the other space is bigger. It's got an extra wall. And I can really... I don't think I'll be referring to the setup that I put in there as a makeshift studio. Like, I'll be saying, like, it's the studio. Like, it's got everything that a studio has. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be positive. So, but in any case, I think everything was going pretty smooth. Oh, where was I going with that? Man, I just got sidetracked, man. What is happening? I've been up for a while, if you can tell. And like, I'm like, my mind's still racing. Like, it's woke and moving toward things now. So yeah, this weekend probably isn't going to happen the way I want it to, but maybe Sunday. I still haven't started my show, so maybe Sunday things will calm down and I can get some recording done on a podcast then. But Sunday is kind of my video recording day, even though I haven't got the show going yet. The show that I want to do, the current event show for Korea. I don't want to clog up Sunday with anything else except for preparation for that show. And it's really a great time to get a lot of prep done. And I said I wanted to get that show up and running before the end of this month. So I may not jump ahead with the podcast this weekend, but we'll see how the weekend goes. Usually, if it's not the focus, it doesn't really happen like that. Other than that, things are going pretty well. Um, I did have, I guess there's a few stories I want to tell. We did have a funny thing happen last night. I guess I'll tell this story. And since it's Friday, we'll keep it lighthearted. So last night we had some friends over and we were talking about like we somehow got in the subject of men crying, and and the couple we had were like was one from Korea and one is Korean American, and the woman from Korea, she said in Korea, it's culture for the man not to cry. Men don't cry. The refrigerator is back. I don't know if you're gonna hear it on this. And she asked if we had the same kind of culture in the States. And I was like, yeah, we got this like macho culture in the States, like men don't cry and things like that. It's changing a little bit. And so they asked, and so my wife kind of jumped in and she said, I've only seen you cry twice. And she was talking about once when my grandmother died. Shout out to Lavinus Harris. The second shout out to Lavinus Harris this week. The other one was in a comment on Ant's third thing. But she said she only seen me cry twice, and so she's like said I don't cry at movies and things like that. And I was like, I cried during movies, and she was like, what movie did you cry on? We just watched this Korean movie named called Pandora, and Pandora's like ending's pretty sad. I said I cried in Pandora, and she was like, oh yeah, I didn't see you cry. Like she was bawling at the end of that movie. Like you couldn't see me crying through your tears. And then she was like, what other movie did you cry on? And I told her I cried on Sing. And everybody at the table kind of, well, not everybody at the table because the other two hadn't seen it. But once they realized what the movie was, they kind of laughed because Sing is like an animated comedy. Like, what made you cry in Sing? So this is good. I'm going to tell you about the time that I cried in Sing. What made me cry during the movie Sing. So there's like, here's the thing about Sing. There's no deaths. It's an animated movie. I didn't see my mic in that one either. It's an animated movie about animals preparing to do a show, right? But one of the spoilers in this, by the way, the main character or the person. All right, sorry about that, guys. Had a little mishap. I didn't clear my SD card last time I was in here. Anyway, so cried during and of course the refrigerator. It's been off this whole time. Uh, Excuse me. I just came back from the gym. I'm like, it's leg day. Leg day always makes me nauseous. So yeah, cried during Sing. It was a real uh weird thing for me when it happened, and it was weird to everybody at the table when I said that that's the last movie I cried during. And again, spoilers here. Uh, in Sing, I mean, Sing is about it's an animated film about a bunch of animals trying to follow their dream as singers, and more importantly, the main character, or more importantly in my eyes, the main character who has a dream that he's chasing. He's been chasing since he was a little boy, and or a small koala, and his dad sacrificed for his dream, and the whole time in this guy's eyes, I remember watching the movie and watching things happen and watching the way he took everything because nothing shook him, right? Like nothing shook his faith in his dream. And, it seemed like things that would happen in a movie and it'd be like, usually in a movie, this would be the part where the protagonist kind of has a struggle, right? Like this is the part where he's like having a hard time. If he's not having it with this occurrence, people quitting, people like getting run out of there, or just all the bad things that are set up to happen in a movie. He never falters. He never deters from his goal, from his dream, and his, from pursuit of his dream. Anyway, the whole time I was watching it, I was like, man, when he's got to have a fall. That's the way movies are written. Whenever his fall comes, it's gonna be huge because this guy is like almost delusional. Like he's just going through everything to get this stuff done. He's like such a dreamer, and when it finally does happen, like it happens in fantastic fashion, just like I thought. Like I was like, it's gonna take something big to shake this guy and to shake this character in the movie. And when it finally does happen, it's huge, and I teared up, man. Like teared up in both eyes, you know. Like God, man. Like the whole time, I had like, what if you were to? And I guess this is kind of what I'm getting at. Like the empathy that I have for the character kind of relates to myself in pursuit of my dream, which I don't know exactly what that is at this point. I'm just doing things to that I enjoy, doing things that I think will lead me there. Uh, but yeah, like the idea of pursuing whatever this dream that is materializing for me and having something happen that really shakes your faith like to its core, like where maybe this isn't supposed to happen. Maybe it's just not in the cards for me. Maybe it's not. And depending on what your faith is, right? Maybe what if you found out like the dream that you have is not what God has planned for you if you're religious, or what if what if you got this cosmic type belief and you think the universe just doesn't have it in the cards for you, or what if you I don't know, what if you're completely atheist and you think there's nothing and you're like, life just sucks? I mean, even in any case, no matter how you look at it, it's the idea that this goal you have in mind, you have this goal in life, and to think that your whole life may go by, you'll never reach that goal, really, really sunk in for me, and I cried during the scene. I mean, I'm sure that's not what the intention of the movie was, or maybe that's like written in for maybe those working on the movie had that experience. Maybe they know somebody who went through that experience. Maybe the writers had that experience or something like that. But it definitely hit me like in my soul, man, like in my heart. Like it was just like, oh God, I just had this definite like it was definitely empathetic, and the movie was designed and written really well too, to where I got drawn into how positive this character was, and I don't even know if he's supposed to be the main character. I think he is, but yeah. So that's the story of me crying and sing, or at sing while watching sing, whatever. It was pretty crazy, but it's funny how you start to see you start to see yourself in everything after a while. You start to see uh, correlations between almost everything you see in life and your life. You start to like make that correlation, and I think what in most cases what I try to do is when I identify correlations like that, I try to learn from them. And I'm gonna make a video. I better say it in here before I forget, so I can come back. If I come when I come back and watch this episode, I'll know. I'll make a video about the last 5 times I saw something, or the last 5 instances in which I had like some unexpected inspiration from just chilling on YouTube or something like that, just watching old stuff that I didn't think that was gonna pop up. What was that? You see how loud my family can get, and you see why I don't do anything while they're here, or I try not to do anything while they're here. Um, so yeah, that's gonna happen. I might even get with Ant about that, because Anthony, actually, you just had your third thing in the morning. I watched it yesterday, and he mentioned Big Sean's album and how he was inspired by Big Sean's album. He sent me a message and sent me a song just to hear how inspiring this is. And this is Big Sean. You wouldn't think on the surface that you hear something inspirational on an entrepreneurship type circuit, or in your, that you can apply this entrepreneurial spin to it, I guess, maybe is what I'm thinking. But again, it's in like everything. We do it with video games. We do it with uh, music. We do it with, just artists, actors. And I mean, anybody chasing their dream goes through what we're going through. And yeah, I think you can really identify with people in a lot of different facets, a lot of different areas, and I want to do a video on that. Hopefully that we can make that happen this weekend. All right. This weekend might not. That might not be the case. Maybe Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. So that's all I got. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Sorry for the edit in the middle of this. Yeah, SD card trouble. Not paying attention. I'll pay more closer attention in the future. But at least this one's in focus. Now I went ahead and just to tell you how I got over what I did. Last time I took autofocus off because my shotgun mic was attached to the top of my camera, and you can hear the autofocus going on your shotgun mic if it's on the close my shotgun mic if it's on a close setting. But what I did was I took the mic off and put it on the stand that I normally have my camera on, or my webcam on. It's normally sitting on a tripod, and the mic fits on the tripod. Isn't that cool? Okay, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Main focus today is prepping for the move. I can't do anything else. It's supposed to be a writing day, but I'm gonna move tonight, and if I want to get anything done this weekend, I gotta prep for that move to happen as soon as I get home. So that's the focus for today. I might be able to get some writing done at lunch, though. We'll see how that goes. All right. Thoughts Out Loud is every weekday. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. You guys have a good one.